Hi, I'm Suey. Today I'm going to tell you about a book I just read called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I think I first heard about it when it was on the Goodreads best of list last year, I think it was. And I know my friends had it because they got the Book of the Month Club, and one of my friends gave this one to me because she did not like it. Very interesting, huh? I've been hearing people talk about it for like about a year now or so. Finally got to it. It is a story about two friends, Sam and Sadie. They become friends when they are both stuck at the hospital. Sam has had an accident with his foot, and so he's been in the hospital for a long time, and Sadie's sister has cancer, so she's hanging out at the hospital a lot. And so when they're like 11 years old, they end up playing video games together in the hospital and become really good friends. And then they lose touch with each other, stuff happens, and then they come back together when they're in college. They've both become like huge gamers. Sadie's in a class where she's been writing games, or she gives him one of her games to play, and then he says, why don't we write a game together? And so that's what this whole book is about. It sounds pretty nerdy, I would say, I guess. Very much for gamers. Although I do not play video games, I still enjoyed it very much. I have people around me who are into games, but so I kind of know of stuff a little bit, so I guess that might have helped. I don't know. But anyway, so it is about Sam and Sadie coming together to write their game and sort of their story that takes place over several years of what happens with their games. Are they successful? Their company, the people that they work with, their backstories keep coming up, and their relationships with their parents and grandparents and each other and other people around them. And it's just a very, very character-driven book, which, as we know, is something I absolutely love. So that's why I liked it, mostly because the characters are very real, very interesting, very dynamic, and you just need to know what happens with them. It doesn't have much of a plot. It just follows their lives, yes, both of them, and what happens to them as they grow older and as the gaming world changes. It starts in the 90s and it goes through like the mid 2000s, like 2005 or something, I think. So a lot of changes happen within the gaming world, and a lot of real games are mentioned, which will be really interesting to people who are into gaming. But for me, I didn't know really sometimes what was real and what was not, and what was added. So it meshes fictional and historical together really well, and it makes it seem like these guys were totally part of, what was going on in the world then, like it really happened. I loved that. There was a character that I did not enjoy in this book, and so I was creeped out and cringy whenever he was around. I won't give spoilers about that, but I just kind of wanted to gag if he was being part of the story. But I guess he adds an element that's makes it more layered or something. I don't know. Anyway, I could have done without him. Very much could have done without him. But so that's my only complaint about the book. I think I will go ahead and give this one 5 stars on Goodreads, just because, like I said, I was so involved in the story and so invested in these characters. It's fun to finally have read it and know what people are talking about and have my own opinion now. Because like I said, I've seen a lot of people, most people love it, but I've seen people who do not like it, and so it's like I wanted to know for myself what I thought, and so there you go. Mostly because, like I said, so character driven that I really, really enjoyed it. And Gabrielle Zevin's books are that way, I think. So if you're into that kind of thing and you have not read any of her books, look any of them up and go for it and let me know what you think. Oh, and also let me know if you've read this book and which side of the line you fall down on, if you are loving it or hating it, or maybe you are somewhere in between. I don't know. Let me know. In the meantime, happy reading. Bye.